what's up guys, The24 here. I've started playing this game, Smite. It's free to play. It's brought to you by Hi-Rez Studios. It's a little different from what I'm used to playing in a couple ways. You get to pick basically mythological creatures to play as and fight back and forth in an arena style format, or in a format where you take positions and hold positions and fight back and forth. It's kind of interesting. I've been playing it for a little bit, trying to figure some things out, and actually I've come across the ability to customize gods that you have to play with. You can customize the abilities that they have and customize basically the way they play and the way they unlock things. I think Zeus jumping on that inflatable duck was pretty amazing. But in any case, when you load into the game, up here there's a setting for guides, and you can do a quick internet search and it will show you, hundreds of guides and ways to start and people's opinions and everything, and really the best way to tell is just play for yourself. I've developed Ra a little bit. Ra, the Egyptian sun god, and I like the style of play. He's more of a standoff character. I think I play better that way. I contribute more to the team. Something I have learned is that this game is not so much about how many of the enemy you kill, but keeping yourself alive longer, because the other side will level up and get better, faster, stronger if they can kill you. The quicker they kill you, the quicker they level up. So anyways, setting up your god to play specifically the way you want it to play. Up here is the guides button, and under the guides you can select which god. Like I said, I've been using Ra, so come down here and select Ra, and this is the setup that I have been running. It's to me, it's more defensive. It's more an object to keep you safe and keep you alive, as opposed to make you stronger to go in there for the fight. I'm gonna clear these out, and I'll show you guys how to set them up. Now, there's a couple things I should mention. One, auto leveling. Right now, I'm newer to the game. I like auto leveling, as opposed to bringing up a menu and selecting which items to purchase as you level up through a match. I set it up here and I let the game auto level it for me by returning to my fountain. Some people like that, some people don't. I guess it's just a matter of preference. Anyways, these items are things that you'll unlock as you level up, and different abilities and things that you can buy. Like I said, this is more of a defensive build. Might not be for everyone, but you're welcome to try it and tell me what you think. For starters, the Vampiric Shroud. See here, it gives you 20 magical power. Ra is a magical character, not very physical at all. Adds to your health and to your MP5. The passive ability is killing an enemy. It gives you 10 health and mana. Next, shoes. A lot of builds have shoes. A lot of builds start with shoes because something that is very important in this game is movement speed. Getting around fast, being able to evade enemies and also get in, do a few strikes, get back out. Shoes of the Magi give you 50 magical power and 250 mana. Being a magical character, mana is my lifeline, so I chose that. Next thing for me was the Breastplate of Valor. The Breastplate of Valor, it gives you extra mana, of course, and physical protection from attacks, but to me the most important aspect of it is the cooldown reduction. The cooldown reduction for your abilities. My character is based solely around using abilities. I rarely use my base attack, so that cooldown reduction is very important for me. Next, the Focused Void Stone. It gives me magical power and magical protection, and it has an add of magical penetration for my attacks that I give on to the enemy. A lot of the stuff, defensive and movement, defensive and movement. This is my first topple into an offensive type. It'll start halfway, depending on the game mode, halfway, 3/4 of the way through the game, I'll start getting into my offensive, which again, like I said, is not much for this. This is more to keep me alive. My next thing is the Rod of Tahuti. This gives me, of course, a boost in magical power and MP5, but it also gives me the modifier, the 25% boost on top of what my other items have already given me. My last item is the Rod of Asclepius. This is a good thing because the hope is that your team is nearing victory by the time you unlock these items, or at least the tide is turned in your direction. And whereas this does give me power and health and movement speed, it also puts out an aura to heal my allies. Now that's my minions and fellow gods that are fighting with me. Within 70 units of me, so I can float around the battlefield and help heal, help my team out as best I can. My actives are almost always the same. Every character, my actives are the same. The first active is Sprint. Sprint, it's a speed buff. You add it on, it gets you back in or out of trouble very quickly. My second one, this is like I said, all magic, not a lot of physical here. Meditation. Meditation to restore my mana. There's a lot of times I see people returning to the fountain when they've got a ton of health, but they're out of mana. This kind of buys me, a little, buys me a trip back, so to speak. It saves me time where I can stay in the fight. Consumables the same way. 99% of the time I go with healing potion and mana potion. It's just one more. Basically, they're my last resort if I'm trying to get back to my fountain to heal. It gives me that last ditch effort. Once you equip these things, you can go through each level and see how your character is going to progress throughout the game. If you come up here to the level indicator, it can show you how your stats are going to improve throughout the match as you level up. For this character, most of my level is going to come from killing minions, assisting other players, killing other gods, things like that. I don't get a lot of direct kills on other gods with this player, but I still find that I can be an intricate part of kind of the team cooperative going for your objective. Now let's see, the next thing that you can set up here is your abilities. These abilities are basically your special abilities that you can use to fight throughout the game. Important to me, the Celestial Beam, beam that fires out straight forward in a direction that you choose and can really wipe out enemies, especially minions on that line. That's very important. That is the first ability that I max out. Divine Light is, I find it helpful that when another teammate is being attacked, I can use Divine Light to blind the enemy that's attacking them. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does disorient and confuse, especially other gods when they're chasing down one of our guys. So it's a defensive, offensive type thing. Solar Blessing is my number 2. It's what I go to most. There's you plan ahead of you somewhere on the battlefield. You plant a circle that basically it's a beam of light that comes down, and it will heal your people, minions and gods, and it will also hurt the enemy minions and gods that are inside of it. lasts for 6 seconds. Cooldown's only 18 seconds, but it can do some pretty impressive damage. And of course, my ultimate, Searing Pain, it's fired and controlled the same way as a Celestial Beam. It fires directly out from you. It takes a couple seconds to fire off, but I have got easy kills with this. Usually when I get kills on gods later, halfway later in the match, it's with my Searing Pain. You can only level it up so often, but given that, here's the way I assign my leveling. Like I said, Celestial Beam and Solar Blessing are my two go-to ones. You see, level 5 is the first one where you can actually assign an upgrade to your ultimate. You'll notice when it's redded out that it's not available to assign one anyway, so as soon as I can do another one, I'll go ahead and put it in here. And then right here, this maxes out my Celestial Beam, which that's what I want. It's my go-to offensive power. Of course, after that, my ultimate. Then right after that one, I'm going to go down and start maxing out my Solar Blessing. But you notice as soon as I'm really going back and forth here, and as soon as I get the ability to put a check mark in my ultimate, of course, I want to level up that ultimate as soon as possible. My 14th level will max out my Solar Blessing. Then basically I put the rest in Divine Light unless I can put one down in Searing Pain. And that is the setup that I use for my abilities and upgrades. Again, if you have a different opinion or think things should be done a little differently, share them with me. I'm always looking to learn something. I am new to this game. Basically, I'm just sharing the things that I've seen so far. Here also I've checked auto level. Same as with your items, you can auto upgrade. It'll auto assign your levels for you, and that's to me, like I said, starting out, that's been pretty valuable. It helps keep my focus on the battlefield. But that's it. I'm gonna show you some video now of me playing an arena match, kind of how it works out for me, what I do, how I use it. Like I said, if you got any questions, comments, hit me up. You can visit my website, TheTwentyFour.com, and let me know what you guys think. See you on the battlefield.
The sun has risen once again. Minions have spawned. The heat bearing down an enemy has been slain. First blood. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. The earth. The heat bears down upon you. A mighty storm. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. An ally has been slain. A mighty storm. An ally has been slain. Bears down upon you. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Double kill. An ally has been slain. An enemy has left the game. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has returned. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. Minions have reached your portal. An ally has been slain. A mighty storm! An enemy has been slain. Double kill. The heat bears down upon you. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. An ally has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. Minions have reached your portal. The heat bears down upon you. The heat bears down upon you. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. A mighty storm! An ally has been slain. A mighty storm! have reached your portal. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. The heat bears down upon you. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Minions have reached your portal. Triple kill. An enemy has been slain. A mighty fall! An ally. An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. The heat bears down upon you. The heat bears down upon you. You have been slain. An ally has been slain. Minions have reached your port. An enemy has been slain. Minions have reached your port. An enemy has been slain. Minions have reached your portal. slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Technique